Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I've been saying that I was gonna do more lives, get a chance to do more reaction videos. But I'm not doing a reaction video right now because I am on the road. Okay, so most of my videos, you know, right here in the truck. So make sure you hit the buttons. Also share the video. Big concern, big concern about what's going on in America. Big concerned. I am definitely concerned of what's going on in the direction of the state of New York. And what goes on in New York, well, it becomes an ebb and flow across the United States. What goes on in the state of New York, it becomes an ebb and flow to everywhere in the parts of the United States. We talk about this. Whatever goes on in New York will eventually flow to other states. And this is why immigration, this is why I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but I do on many, you know, I support Donald Trump on immigration. And this is why, because you have a lot of immigrants who are coming in here not to build with us, not to build with Aboriginal Americans, not to build with the foundational Black Americans, not to build with our Black American Indians. They're here to overtake us. They're here to overtake our people. And this is what I have been talking about, removing our culture, giving credit to other people. And that's what they do. Okay? They give credit to other people, and that's what they do. So you got to watch what you're doing. It's getting weird. They out here, they're voting. The New York mayor gave so much credit to immigrants. All of the credit that he gave, talking about of building New York, his credit goes to the immigrants, and his credit is talking about that they are the foundation of New York. Um, Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my brother Bright Moore. It's so good to see my brother Bright Moore in the house. It's so good to see you. Um, we talked about this land that belongs to us. Even the history, it was built on prisoners of war. It was built on prisoners of war. We talked about the original Statue of Liberty, which the original Statue of Liberty. A shout out to Milestone, my brother Milestone. The original Statue of Liberty was a melanated woman. And you go down and you see the Statue of Liberty, it has chains on the bottom of its feet. It's not an immigrant. They said that it stand for immigrants. It never stand for immigrants. And we talked about this multiple times. It never stand for immigrants. We got to change this narrative, because what they're doing, they're trying to erase what our people have built in this land off of being prisoners of war, off of being prisoners of war in our own land. And I want you guys to understand this. They want to use the Slav, they want to use the slave narrative, that the fact that, well, that because we were conquered does not mean we were enslaved. Being conquered and defeated does not mean we were enslaved. Okay? You were prisoners of war. And we talked about this multiple times, how these people have came over and flipped the narratives. This man is very dangerous. This mayor is very dangerous. They're bringing their agenda. Our people have built New York, have built this country. We built the railroads, the foundation of this country. And these people are coming here to erase what we built in this country. Our people were the founders of this land. Our people were already here on this land. So don't let this immigrant tell you otherwise. Don't let these immigrants tell you that New York, before Ellis Island, we talked about Ellis Island and opening up Ellis Island, and it became a ring. When Ellis Island opened up, it became a ring for many immigrants who have walked into this country. And you see many of these different nationalities. It's one of the most diverse states across of America. Every immigrant that wants to go and invade and be a part of New York, when they come here, they go there. Okay, when they come here, they go to Miami. They go over there. You see the Dominicans. You see many of these Haitians. They go over to where? They go to Miami. The Cubans, they go to Miami. They go to New York. And they are fleeing, they're pushing all of the people who originated there, who built, and they're removing our culture. And this is how dangerous it has become, to the point where we out here, we don't understand that we out here and not realizing that we have let so many people in, and they are removing and replacing us. They're removing and replacing our people right before our eyes. They're removing and replacing. New York is in danger. And it starts with New York, and it moves over to other places. And I don't think it can't happen to your side. Just like we talked about the Indians, how they become pale skin. And all of a sudden, how did they come from having deep melanin skin, and all of a sudden they're pale skin? We talked about how they're erasing us, how our people are the ones who are being erased in America. Right before our eyes, we're being erased in this land. Copper-colored people have always been here. They have always been in this land, right here in Turtle Island. And I was talking to many Africans on TikTok. I asked them, what is your narrative? What is your hope for? And they said their hope is to replace us. Africans are coming here to replace us. They're coming here to take our jobs. Caribbean people. They're coming here to erase what we built. And we have to take a stand. And much as I don't like Donald Trump, I don't give a damn about the Democrats or the Republicans, but I do stand with Donald Trump with immigration. I stand with him with immigration. And the reason why is because you go from being this. You go from being this, the history of our people, and being reclassified. We're the most reclassified people on the planet. You go from being the melanated indigenous man, and you be erased. That's how these people came into this land and erased us in the first place. And we talked about this on a lot of my videos on how these people just come out of nowhere, erasing who we are. All skin folks ain't kin folks. I never met a European that was the same. I never met a European that's the same. So why would you think that dark-skinned people would be the same? I never met an Asian person that was the same. You can't call a Chinese man a Japanese man. You can't call a Japanese man a Korean man. And we have to understand that. We have to understand that. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat if you're coming in the chat. Shout out to everybody if you're coming into the chat. We out here, we speaking some truth today. Um, Early in the morning, I know all the people are yawning. They throw it right in your face. Immigrants, they throw it right in your face. They know who you are. Many of these tribal leaders that you see across America, these are YT people. These people know who you are. And the ancestors have left it on a wall who you are. They left it on pyramids of who you are, artifacts of who you are. It's like the Aztecs, the Olmecs, the Mayans. They have left these things of who you are. And these people come here erasing who you are. They come here to erase who you are. I'm sorry, I got this. Trying to move this Q&A out the way. It's kind of aggravating me right now. Oh my God. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm just trying to get this Q&A this thing out of here. I'm trying to drag it out the way. It's moving. It's in my doggone face. But anyway, give me a second. Shout out to people that's coming to check. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. Hit the like buttons. Y'all like and share. Hit the like buttons. We'll get back to the immigrant in a few seconds. We talked about these different people. These people can identify on basically whoever they want to. This is what happens when we allow immigrants into our land. We are the most accepting people. We are the most accepting people. And we have been walked over. And they have made us the immigrant in our own land. These people have came here and made us the immigrant in our own land. And they're doing this in the state of New York. They're doing this. They're going to state by state. And you guys not even woke into what's going on. These people are just removing anything that has to do with us. They became the Siberian people. They were the Asian slaves. The Mexican. In Jim Crow, they become white. And now they're the Native American. Now they're the Native American. And you just can't make this up, family. You just can't make this up. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this Q&A to remove. This is aggravating. I didn't activated the Q&A, and it's actually covering. Let me know if it's covering y'all screen. You guys can see me, because it's really getting on my nerves. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Sister Walker, Sharon Walker in the house. So great to see you guys early in the morning. I'm aggravated because I got this Q&A in my way right now. And especially while I'm teaching early in the morning. Okay. There's nothing but history of books that they cannot dispute that we were here. Immigrants are going to turn America around. And we have been so accepting due to color of skin. Immigrants are coming here to remove us. Immigrants are worse than YT people. The immigrants are worse than the YT people. You guys got to understand, this is more dangerous than what you know. What's going on in New York will eventually happen right in your area. You guys got to understand this. What goes on in New York will eventually happen in our areas. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Also share the video. Just like I have told you before, we talked about classification. We talked about classification, that the Chinese legally classified as Indians. The Chinese legally classified themselves as an Indian, removing who the true Indians were in this land. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Removing the true Indians in this land, illegally classified themselves. Okay? They classified themselves as an Indian when they were not the Indians. When they were not the Indians. And got our people thinking we are the slave. We have many census records showing that there was not that many slaves that came into America. That there was not even that many slaves that came into America. There were prisoners of war. Many of our people were reclassified and put into prisoners of war. That's why many of you running around with Negro, colored, all of these different classifications because of prisoners of war. So we run around with these statuses, and we're not questioning why we're the only people with multiple names. Why we're the only people that are being classified with so many different names. There's not another group of people who have been more reclassified than our people. Okay? We even talked about we talked about what William Penn described what an Indian looked like, what he thought an Indian looked like. What he thought the Native Americans looked like when he came here. We talked about the complexion. He said that a proportion, he talked about he walked with a lofty chin complexion. The complexion was classified as black by design. Okay? It talks right here. It says that complexion, a lofty chin, complexion black, but by design as the gypsies, England, they greased themselves with bear fat. Okay? That they greased themselves with bear fat. We talked about our people. How you notice that your grandmother, your grandfather, our people love to grease themselves down with oils, Vaseline, all different types of oils. You notice that African people are not, they always ashy. These people are always ashy. But when you look at our people, we always got moisture in our skin. That's how you know the differences of the people. You know the differences that we're not the same. Okay? That we're not the same. Many of our people are getting their classifications back. Many of our people are getting their classifications back. We talked about this lady, this beautiful Aboriginal woman, and she was able, it took her 95 years of her life. 95 years of her life to be accepted among the Choctaw Nation. It took her 95 years because we already know what Walter Plecker has done. We already know the demonic people, how they kicked many of our tribes out. Shout out to everybody that's coming in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is why I tell you guys about these immigrants. I tell you guys all the time, you can never trust immigrants. It doesn't matter what color of skin, you cannot trust immigrants. This immigrant said, let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I do not want to ally with him. I do not want to ally with him. So why would you think that these people would love you? And the Democrat Party is out here voting these people in. The Democrats are bringing immigrants in and they are replacing you. The Democrat Party has sold out and they are replacing you with immigrants right before your eyes. The Civil Rights Act, the Indian Rights Act, that was built, that was the worst thing that could have ever happened. That was the worst thing that could have happened to our people. And people don't realize why it's the worst thing that could have happened to our people, because it opened the doors for immigrants. Segregation, it opened the doors for immigrants. Immigrants were able to capitalize on everything that we built. You cannot go to Africa and get a Nelson Mandela scholarship, but they can come over here and get a Martin Luther King scholarship. This is what we're telling you. Martin said that I led my people in the wrong direction. I led my people to captivity. He was during his last days, he started to realize that he led his people into captivity. Martin didn't realize that at the time until it was late. And these immigrants are not here to join in hand and build with you. They're taking up your neighborhoods. Harlem used to be a melanated neighborhood, so-called black neighborhood. Harlem, Brooklyn, Harlem, all of that belonged to our people. You got Caribbeans that are going over into New York that are undermining our people. Me no black, me no black. You got Africans who are going up there. You can look down in Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas, it's becoming, they got the most population of Nigerians in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Dre Cobbs. In Houston, Texas, there are more, remember this, that there are more, okay? That there are more Nigerians and Ghanas are in Houston, Texas than any part of the country. They're taking over the big cities around America. That's what they're doing. And before you know it, they're going to be in our politics. Before you know it, they're going to run our politics. We won't, because we are so foolish. Shout out to 424 in the house. We are so foolish. We just let everybody in. The Democrats have failed our people. I am not a Republican or a Democrat, but the Democrats have failed our people. And they are the people. These are the people who are bringing these people in here that are bringing our children into the school system, learning about things that they should not be learning about. They are pushing the certain sex things. Teaching our children, asking our children what they are. Do they believe that they're a girl or a boy? Things that they should not be talking about. Democrats are doing this. Democrats are trying to convince our boys that they are girls, that they are boys. This is demonic entities. I have nothing against the rainbow community. I have something against pushing agendas. I have something against pushing agendas on our children. Children should decide who they want to be. The last thing that they should be thinking about is sex. Children should be children. Children shouldn't be thinking about sexual No child should be thinking about going to school and somebody's pushing what their sex is. That's demonic. That's harmful to our tribes. We will never be able to build tribes with that mindset. These are demonic entities that are happening, and the Democrat parties are responsible for this. I am not. I am not a cheerleader for the Republicans, because most of the Republicans are former Democrats. Okay, so I will never let you know this. Now we're gonna go back here and read this. I'm trying my best to drag this Q&A out the way. It's just aggravating, this Q&A. Give me a second. I'm trying to remove this Q&A thing. These features on here, I don't mind it being around, but it's in my way right now. And I'm trying to read this stuff to you guys. Okay, it says right here that Latin Americans are Mexicans, Mexican descent. But and it says Latin American Mexican descent belongs to the Caucasian race, and therefore white. And therefore white. So they do not believe that there are Hispanic people. They believe that they are white, YT. None of these people are on our side, okay? These people are not on our side. It's like we talked about the agendas that they got to believe that because of skin color, that we are related to Africans because of skin color. I have talked about this multiple times, that phenotype. You can look at our phenotypes. If you look at most African countries, they look more close and more similar to Asian people than they do to foundational Americans or Aborigine Americans, American Indians here in this land. These people have an Asian phenotype. We talked about this multiple times, how these people look similar, more similar to Asian people than they do to us. When you watch Nelson Mandela, when you check out Nelson Mandela is another a person we talked about who have Asian phenotypes. So when we look at African people who claim that we are connected to them, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You can look at our phenotypes. You can look and see that we are different in phenotype. Our people carry a certain type of reddish tone. Even our darkest men to our lightest men carry a reddish tone under their skin, a reddish complexion under their skin. Where then you see Africans, Africans do not carry that reddish tone, okay? They don't carry that reddish tone like our people, okay? These people right here these people are responsible for making you believe that you come from Africa. These people are responsible for confusing your brains to make you think that DNA test that will connect you all the way to Africa. We have how long are we going to go with this narrative that we are African people when we're not? We've been fighting in this land just to be a man. We've been fighting just to be a man. They were calling us boy. Knowledge seeker in the house. They would refer to us as boys. Grown men were referred to as boys. And our people were fighting because they did not see us as humans. They didn't see us as being a human. They didn't recognize us as being a human. These savages did not recognize us in this land. Don't forget to add Jesse Jackson. Oh man, I ain't never gonna forget Campbell. I ain't gonna never forget that. Jesse Jackson is one of the reasons while we are in our circumstances. Jesse Jackson is one of the main reasons why our people were in that circumstance. We are the most reclassified people. You have never seen one group of people. You have never seen one group of people who have been reclassified and confused with all of these different names. We're the only group of people. Find me one group of people that have been reclassified, even if you don't believe in 1492, us being Indian. The 1600s, they called you prisoners of war, which is they say slave, but you were the prisoners of war. You became the Negro. You stayed the Negro. You become the colored man, the black man, the Afro-American man. You become black again. In 1988, Jesse Jackson, African-American. There's not another group of people who have been more reclassified than our people. You cannot find another group of people that we have been more reclassified into. That's how you know we are the original people of this land. That's how you know who we are of this land. Because they didn't do that to Native Americans. They did not change the Native Americans' name. The Native Americans came here removing us. And the same thing that they're doing in New York, they're going to remove our fellow New Yorker. They're taking our history, our stories. That's why I told you immigrants are what is wrong for America. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump. You got to get away from, you got to go from the lesser evil. I don't care if you don't like him. It's the truth. We got to remove these people out of here. Now we got a immigrant coming in here saying, "How y'all still held down for 400 years? Why are you here, and what concern do you have with us?" Okay. So we're gonna go. We know that you come in here. You want to be a part of something, because otherwise, why you here? Okay, because I'm not talking to you. I don't even know you. So I finally was able to drag that out, that Q&A down. So we talked about right here. We looked on here and it says that for $600, that they reclassified these people for $600. Have you ever seen one group of people who have been reclassified like this? One group of people that they paid. They voted. Who voted? Who had $600 on the ballot in the state of New York? Now think about this. These immigrants in the state of New York. The immigrants in the state of New York. Once again. Now we looked at this stuff and we talked about this. Now how they vote after kicking our people out of being indigenous, then you become a Negro. They voted 344 votes, went to Negro. 259 of the votes went to color. 2% of the votes went to American. 3% of the votes went to Afro-American. Asiatic received a vote, 4%. Ethiopian African received 4%. Moorish American, 1%. 626 totals of the vote. You got to understand that these people we are the most reclassified people on the planet. Hands down, there are not another group in America that has to go through this. Okay? Now, I'm not worrying about the person in the chat. The person in the chat is brought here to distract what we're teaching. We're not worrying about that person. Maybe that person in the chat can learn some shit. Okay? So when we look at the Civil Rights Act, the Indian Rights Act, you never seen immigrants during that time. You never seen immigrants during that time. Immigrants were not around during that time. Well, when we talk about whites only water fountains. We talk about colors only water fountains. But you never seen Mexican only water fountains. You never seen Native American only water fountains. You never seen, come on now, think about this. During the civil rights movement, if everybody was going through what we were going through, you have never seen, during Jim Crow, you have never seen immigrants being not allowed to go to different restaurants. They were not allowed. You never seen them not being allowed to go to drink from the same water fountain. Okay? So we talked about this thing multiple times. The brother Brightmore says, he said he moved on. Motherfuckers crying about Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and saying it's original land, a Mexican land. Right. Right. So we're going to talk about this, and we're going to keep this going. We got to know what these laws are. These people were not around. Okay? They did not go through the same struggles that our people. They were not marching across these bridges. When they celebrate their holiday, it is that they're moving on from witchcraft. That's absolutely correct. You didn't see immigrants marching with our people. You didn't see immigrants when they talk about they built New York. They was not here to be built New York. They were not around to build New York. Our people build every land in America. You have never seen these people on the front line with our people. You have never seen these people get bit by dogs and was humiliated like our people. All skin folks ain't kin folks. And you have to understand this stuff. Okay? Oh yeah, we're not just looking for no reparations. We're looking for our land and reparations. But just like Martin Luther King said, where is our acres in the mule? Where is our land at? We are owed more than what you know. We are owed more than what you know, even though you are going to deny who we are. We don't care about what you think about us. You did not come on the front line and deal what we went through. This is not your battle. All you here is trying to interrupt. You're here to interrupt and get in the way. We are the reason why immigrants have it possible. This is why we are the reason why immigrants are powerful today. Immigrants should be patting us on the back. Immigrants should be praising us because they would not have the freedoms that they have without us Aboriginal Americans. Without our Aboriginal Americans, the power that we gave to y'all. You didn't build this country. You didn't build the foundation of this country. We did. We did. So now we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at, because we don't care what you saying, sir. We don't care what you feel. Okay? There's not a more patriotic people than so-called African American people in this country. There's not more people with more pride who have went to war. Our people who've been on the front line, who have went to war, who have came back being raced upon, who came back after going to war forever. We fought in every war in this country history, every war, and came back. When the GI Bill was given to YT people. The GI Bill was given to YT people. That's why they were able to capitalize. They didn't give our men, our troops, our women and true men any GI Bill. Our people was the most patriotic people, have been the most patriotic people in this country. We didn't get a GI Bill. Our people didn't get a GI Bill that we didn't just get. They came back from the war and they gave YT people land. They gave YT people land and they capitalized. They took our land and gave it to them. And immigrants are now capitalizing. Immigrants are now coming here to capitalize now. Immigrants are being disrespectful now. And not all of our people come from Africa, sir. Not all of our people are Africans. But the sad part is you guys will go around and sit there and claim that this is an Indian. Y'all to go around and let this lady, this Democrat right here, y'all sit there, Elizabeth Warren, can go around and say she's an Indian. And she's out here capitalizing off of many Native Americans' money and identity. And at the same time will disrespect American black Indians. These people have been erasing. We watch this shit in the movies. Before you know it, Elon Musk gonna come out and say he's an Indian. Before you know it, Elon Musk gonna say he's an Indian. But you know what? He's a Native American. Elon Musk probably got Native American blood because we know that Siberian people are mixed with them with European people. He might be a husky. He might be a husky. It's the worst thing that we ever did. And all you dusty ass Africans, we not you, baby. All of you dusty ass Africans, you bringing your ass to our land. You coming here to capitalize all you Nigerians. We are not you, you dusty ass African. You stay your ass where you at. You dusty, always fleeing. You have always, when you see an African, they always fleeing. Not trying to build Africa. Instead would love to come and invade the land that we built. You never see an African. You never see an African trying to build Africa. You never see an Africa that the Congolese need your men. But you would rather leave. You would rather, instead of helping and feeding your children, you will capitalize coming to our neighborhoods. And we sick of it. Immigrants are the most, and I'm telling y'all, the worst, the worst target. I'm telling you, the most terrorists. The problem is the immigrant. The immigrant is our biggest threat. The immigrant is the Aboriginal black person biggest threat in America. It's not the YT person. I'm so sick and tired of black people. The white man is the white man that all we do is put power in the white man's hand. I don't know nobody in my family that got feet like this. I don't know nobody in my family that got feet like this. Them feet look like alligator feet. Them feet look like alligator feet, Lord. They look like they need to be dipped in some acid. They look like they need to be dipped in some acid. Y'all take off y'all shoes, y'all would never find feet like that. Y'all take off y'all shoes, y'all would never find feet like that. I ain't got a person in my family that got feet like that. We're getting so sick of these Africans up in here trying to claim they us. We not you. We not you. We are aboriginal to this land. We are aboriginal to this land. We talked about Walter Plecker and how Walter Plecker, how in Virginia, how he kicked out many of our people, reclassified them as Negroes. Reclassified them as Negroes. We're the only people that have them multiple names like that. We're the only people. You have never seen another group of people. Find me another group of people. I'm not saying we are the Siberians. Let me tell you something. I ain't never once talked bad about Siberian people. I think Siberian people are beautiful people. But I think the people who have more of a shame of Siberian people is Native American people. Native American people will swear that they don't have any lineage to Siberia. They would swear that they are not Siberian people. When we legitimately can see, when anybody that got eyes that can see that these are their people. Native Americans, they've been out here fooling everybody. They've been out here telling people they don't have any pride of where they come from. No pride. And we got Mexicans out here. Now all of a sudden Mexicans Mexicans used to be so proud of being Spaniel. Telemundo. Now all of a sudden the Mexicans want to say that they're Native Americans. Never in the history have you ever heard Mexicans all of a sudden on TikTok, they want to be Native Americans all of a sudden. Everybody want to be a Native American all of a sudden. You have never once heard our people say we were Native American. You have never once heard our people say that we come from Siberia. We said we are indigenous. Know the difference. This man said that they come from Cortez. This man said that they are Spaniards, that they are not Native Americans. Y'all go check this man out on TikTok. This Mexican man said that Cortez came over to Mexico and was whitening out the original people that was there. We ain't never called ourselves a Native American. So we here to let you know. Every dog that you see, we know who we are. You guys have tried to push that we're trying to take we're trying to take Native Americans' heritage. No, you've been gaslighting. You've been gaslighting. We have never claimed to be a Native. You think because we have feathers that come to New Orleans, Louisiana. Our people been claiming that we are indigenous people. Most black people say you got Indian in your blood. Most black people have always said I got Indian in my blood. They ain't never claimed Native American, but they always say they got Indian. They would even say Indian. We didn't wake up one day and start saying we were Indians. That we're the indigenous people of this land. We didn't come on, waited until social media started. We've been doing this. Y'all make sure y'all tap that screen. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons. Cause I'm all for it today. You heard me? I'm all for it. We didn't claim to be the Eskimos. I don't think there's one person in my chat ever said that they have Eskimo blood. I don't think there's anyone in my chat ever said that they are related to the Eskimos. I don't think anyone in my chat said that. But these folks think when you say Indian, they think Indian means Native American. And when you listen to most Native Americans, they will tell you that they do not call themselves Indian. That Indian is a derogatory term to them. They don't use Indian. Most Native American chiefs will call that an insult. Most Native American chiefs will say redskin is an insult. All of a sudden, social media, the word Indian is something popular to be said. We have always known that these people right here, y'all call these people right here Indians, but these people are not. And we talked about this multiple times, their phenotype. We look at the phenotype. We have told y'all multiple times who these people are, and beautiful Siberian people. But they don't claim their own heritage. These people are beautiful people who have beautiful culture. The people in Siberia, I would love to meet a Siberian and ask them, why do the Native Americans not claim you? What did you do to Native Americans who fled away from Siberia? Why do they do not want to connect with their ancestors? And they always want to tell us to go back to Africa. But when you tell them that they're Siberian, then they get upset. They get really upset. They get really upset. But because we are exposing. Now remember, I have always told my family and followers that I am a Creole man with American Indian blood. I have always told my brothers and sisters that I am Creole and American Indian. I know who the hell I am. I know who the hell I am. I have always said who I am. I have always I ain't told y'all I was full-blooded nothing. I ain't never told y'all I talk about the darkest people or the full-blooded ones. I have always said that the darkest ones are the full-blooded ones. We talked about the 3 race categories. We talked about how confused you guys are. We talked about how they know who the Native American is at the top, the American Indian in the middle, and the African at the bottom. It talks about how American Indians have a deep copper-colored complexion and the high cheekbones. It talks about how the African phenotype looks. It talks about how the Mongolian people is deep yellow. That Native Americans are deep yellow people, and we are deep copper-colored people. Know the difference. But you guys don't want to know the difference because you guys y'all have been replacing our people over the courses of the years, rewriting history, kicking us out of our own tribes, removing who we are, erasing who we are. Because you think that dark skin only comes from Africa, which is some of the most ridiculous statements I have ever heard. You think that dark skin can only come, that the Creator can only put dark-skinned people. that they can only put dark-skinned people in Africa. The Creator put dark-skinned people in every four corners of the planet. Every four corners of the planet, dark-skinned. The very first Asian people were dark-skinned people. The very first Asian people were dark-skinned people. Every four corners. Even in Europe, the kings and queens were the Moors. In Europe, they were dark-skinned people. Every four corners of the planet, there were dark-skinned, melanated people. We talked about the Afro hair. Afro does not mean Africa. Afro hairstyle is a United States original. Africans said, this is an African article where they admit that the Afro hairstyle has nothing to do with African. It's a United States original. A United States original. It has nothing to do with African. That's why they called us Afro people. Afro people. Know the difference between our Afros. And sure, Africans they got some African tribes like Ethiopians who have afros. But you can look at the difference of our afro and look at the difference of a afro from Ethiopia. This man lining, look at his hairlining. Hairlining, look at his dust. Look at that dust in his head. These people are not us. All skin folks ain't kin folks. These people are not us, family. Everybody got to get away from that complexion and realize complexion does not make you related. Complexion does not make you related, family. Phenotype is what makes us related. Blood type is what makes us related. We're not the same as them people. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for all the support in the live. So much support in the live. Shout out to you guys that if you're just coming in the chat, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. You have seen melanated people change and be reclassified from the day of history. They called our people the Israelites. They called our people the Jews. They called our people the Indian. They called our people the N-word. They called our people the Negro. They called our people color. They called our people Afro-American. They called our people African-American. And back to Israelite. Well, do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Even biblically, they've been changing us. Even biblically, they've been changing us. So one day, you guys will wake up and understand what we're out here and what is the whole reason why we teach what we teach. All of these areas that I come from, many of my ancestors are from. This is Louisiana and Mississippi. A lot of my ancestors, where they were from. You can look at the Houma tribes, the Choctaw tribes. That's a part of my lineage. You can look at the Yazoo tribe, the Natchez tribe. We talked about the Mississippi Empire. We talked about the Mississippi Empire. We talked about Tunica. We talked about the Cherokee tribe. We talked about all of these, Cato. We know who we are. Our people have not left, family. Our people, well, they want all our people come on slave ships. Our people didn't come on slave ships. Some of our people were already here. Territory of Orleans. Some of our people were already here. And let me tell y'all something. We don't cook like y'all. We don't eat like y'all. Look at my crawfish etouffee. Look at my big pot of crawfish etouffee. You heard me? I heard an African talk about gumbo come from them. I ain't never seen a gumbo, African gumbo. I ain't never seen an African gumbo. Africa, they don't know how to make a roux. I ain't never. They're always trying to take our culture. They're always trying to take our culture and make it their culture. Our people in Louisiana, we got culture. I grew up on culture. You can't take my culture away. From Creole to American Indian, I'm full of culture. I'm full of culture. We are American culture. Black people, so-called black people in America, are the American culture. Everybody wants to imitate our people. Imitate our people. There's not another people that influences other people than our people. But yet they want you to believe that you were on these slave ships for 6 to 8 months, defecating, urinating. How would your feet be in that position for 6 to 8 months? How would your feet be in there without getting blood clots, blood circulation issues? How would that be impossible? Thank you, Sister Walker. This is what they train in the minds of our people. This is what they want us to focus on, slave. They want you to think that you are a slave. That everything, your culture, that you got it from somebody else. Where then everybody is mimicking us. They want you to believe that you are the slave. That just be honest. They want our people to believe that they're slaves. Even though history have showed across the world that that slavery happened everywhere. But you notice when they make movies, they only talk about so-called African Americans. They don't have no movies about the Irish. The only movies that they talk about is our people. Because they want that in your brain, in your mind. They want that to seep in that you ain't nothing but a slave. You ain't built nothing, and if you did build something, we made you do it. If you did build something, we made you build that. And that's the mindset that they're trying to bring in your head. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like buttons. Y'all hit them like buttons and also share the video. I know some of y'all liking what I'm teaching. I know some, you know what I'm saying? And if they call you a wobble, anybody call you a wobble, tell them we always been original. Anybody who call us a wannabe wobble, tell them we always been original. That's the slogan. We always been original. Our people have always been original. In every 4 corners of the planet, we had original people. 4 corners. Well, dark skin didn't wake up one day. There will never be a recession gene that will dominate. A recession trait can never dominate the planet. It doesn't work like that. Science don't work like that. Science don't work like that. And I don't know if you guys been catching my videos lately. I know the algorithm is not really hitting. Y'all got to go check out some of my videos that I've been doing recently. Y'all go check them videos. I know you guys will appreciate the Myron Gaines video. I talk about that coon Myron Gaines. Y'all go check it out. Y'all go check out some of my videos where I talk about Myron Gaines. I talk about these Africans. I got videos that I've done over the weekend that some of you guys haven't got a chance to go take a look at, okay? So if you can, you guys go support the channel. Make sure you guys look at it. When y'all look at these collections, y'all notice in these collections how they have Indians look. Whenever you go get a collection, it's always dark, melanated, copper-colored people that they display as being Indians. This is everywhere, from North America, which is Canada, to South America, to Central America and South America, because y'all got to remember in the Caribbeans that the Arawak and the Tainos have been erased with the African people who have came there. The Arawak and the Tainos have been erased. There were over 2 million Arawak and Taino tribes, and we will not let them die. We will not let them die. Okay? We will not let them die. We're gonna keep on spreading the right information that people need to understand, okay? Our people, this is Queen Khalifa in California. This is Queen Khalifa in California. California was named after a melanated woman. California was named after a melanated woman, a matriarch. So what we do over here, we're gonna speak the truth. We're gonna speak the truth. Just like I tell y'all about our people, how they made our people that were giving our children to alligator. They were using our children as alligator bait. Shout out to Suzanne Thompson. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. I ain't seen Sister Thompson in a long time. They were using our children as gator bait. Okay? There's nothing but, they were using our children as gator bait in Florida. Oh yeah. All of this stuff that was going down here in America. And we won't let people not understand what's going on. We're gonna open up the doors of what truly happened to our people. Nobody's crying. You're not gonna let us forget. They want us to forget. There are historical books about Louisiana chattel, about black Indian tribes. That we exist. There are books out here. That we've been here. They want to eliminate the truth. We ain't going to let them eliminate the truth. Remember, if you guys would like to donate something to the channel, you can cash app Peanut Nola 504 to support the channel. Cash app Peanut Nola 504 if you would like to. I don't force anybody. If you would like to donate something to the channel, anything to the channel, you can. It's Cash App Peanut Nola 504. Anything to support the channel. It take a lot of bravery to expose these fools out here on the internet. Our people been here. They got books and artifacts of our people been here. We were the first on the line. We met them when they came here. And they made our people. Go look at Natchez, Mississippi. It was called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Go check out Natchez, Mississippi. It was called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Check out the Natchez, Mississippi, the Devil's Punch Bowl. On how our people were put in concentration camps. How they put many of our people in concentration camps. So if anybody wondering, we here to teach the people that we were already here. We've been misclassified. All of us are not African descent people. All of us are not African descent people. And if everybody come from Africa, If everybody come from Africa, call everybody Africans. Why you so concerned on us being Africans? The same way they did the Christ. The same thing they did Christ is the same thing they did us. They reclassified what Christ looked like. They removed the color. If it didn't matter, if color didn't matter, why did you repaint him as a YT person? Why in the churches, in these Catholic churches, they got David, they got all the angels on the wall. Every angel on the wall is YT. They don't have a Chinese angel on the wall. They don't have a Native American on the wall. They don't have a Asian on the wall. They don't have an African on the wall. But they got YT people on the wall. And you guys have let them erase us through religion. And the same thing that they are doing us right here in America, erasing us. Our ancestors have left our true history here. Before a corporation, before the America became a corporation, our people were in government. Our people were running government. We had presidents before the United States became the United States. We were always in power. But we lost our power. And we got people over here that these people can come over here and they can just say who the hell they are. They can come over here and say they native to this land, but will not talk about Siberia. These Huskies will never say that they are Siberians. These the beautiful Siberians, the poor Siberians don't know what they did, these people. The poor Siberians don't know why they don't want to claim them. Why wouldn't you want to connect with the people you come from? Native Americans don't mess with their own people. They don't. And people like Umar Johnson, people like Conscious Lee, these people are keeping our people in the sinking place. These people are paid agents to keep our people in the sinking place. Marcus Garvey was the first to come over, bringing Pan-Africanism to our people. We have to debunk these people. We got to stop. All y'all do is donate to these people. Y'all give more money to these people. Where the school at, Umar? Where the school at, Umar? Y'all ain't gonna never get a school. Y'all ain't gonna never get a school. Our people always been here, family. All skin folks ain't kin folks. All skin folks ain't kin folks. Our people always been here, family. And I'm going to always preach it until I pass away. Our people always been here, family. Aboriginal people, we have always been here. Do not allow these people to erase us. We have always been here, family. In Natchez, Mississippi, it was called the Devil's Punch Bowl. And what happened in the Devil's Punch Bowl, they put our people in concentration camps. Now, slaves don't go into concentration camps. Prisoners of war go into concentration camps. In Natchez, Mississippi, near the rivers, they called a place called Devil's Punch Bowl, where peaches is growing on top of our ancestors to this day. Go look up the Devil's Punch Bowl. Google the Devil's Punch Bowl, and you can check out the videos. You can find the Devil's Punch Bowl videos on YouTube. You can also Google the Devil's Punch Bowl on many of our ancestors that were tortured. They were tortured because they didn't want to give up their land. They didn't want to give up their land. Many times y'all watch runaway slaves. Runaway slaves, they just take runaway slaves back. They will beat them and they'll bring them back to work. You're not going to unalive your slaves. But you unalive the people who own the land. They took our people and they tortured our people till they gave up their land patents. Like Oscarville, Georgia. Same thing happened in Oscarville, Georgia. Our people refused to give up the land, and they unalived our people, and they blew our people land up, and they built a hole and buried our people underwater. It's called Oscarville, Georgia, which became Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier is haunted. Many YT people who fish in the waters have been unalived in that water, has drowned. They tell people do not swim in that water because of their ancestors. Okay. Oscarville, remember Oscarville, Georgia, which became Lake Lanier. And remember Natchez, Mississippi, which is called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Y'all remember that? So when they tell you our people wasn't here, you ask them about them stories. Ask them people about them stories. Okay? When I look at my phenotype, when I look at my phenotype is not African. We ain't gonna sit there and let these people make us African. I'm not African, baby. You heard me? I am not African. And we got to stop on letting these people call us, let them people identify who we are. We ain't no African. We ain't no African. I ain't no African. You ain't no African. Stop letting these people tell you who you are. Your mama, your grandma, your daddy, they ain't never told you no African. Nelson Mandela looked like an Asian man. I don't look like this man. Nelson Mandela looked like an Asian man. Come on now, you know I'm telling the truth. Nelson Mandela looked like an Asian man. All skin folks ain't kin folks. Now look at this man right here. This man right here is an indigenous melanated man. And I can see where this man looks similar to me. You can look at him, we got the same nose. He's an Aboriginal, original American Indian. You got to go check out his book. He has a book out. He's dead now, but his book is published. Okay? There were melanated people in every four corners of the planet. The very first Asian people were melanated. The very first Asian people were melanated people. Dark-skinned people. Don't let these people fool you. Don't let these people fool you, family. Don't let these people fool you. Cause I'm not having it no more. We're not gonna let them fool you. So I'm about to end my live. I'd like to thank you guys once again. All of the support that you guys have given. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to all you guys. We don't care what the wannabes say. We don't care if the wannabes are upset. We're going to keep on teaching. We're going to keep on doing what we do. We don't care what they say about us. We don't care how they disrespect our grandparents, our grandmother, our grandfather. We don't care what they think about us. As long as we know who we are. As long as we know who we are. And we got to stop fighting each other. The one thing that I want us to do is stop fighting each other. We are our own demise. We are our own trouble. We are our own devastation. We must not allow these people to hinder us. We are the beginning and we are the end. We are the beginning And we are the end. Like and share. Make sure that y'all check out my other new videos that came out. Y'all help me with the algorithm. Here I'm monetized. Y'all help me with my videos. Help me get out there. However you want to support the channel, whether you want to cash app the channel, Cheap Peanut Nola 504, whether you just want to share the videos, whether you want to just hit the like button, we got to learn how to support each other. That's the one thing that I can say about other groups of people. They will support each other. No matter what, they're going to stand behind each other. But when it comes to us, we have a jealousy amongst each other. For whatever reason, we always seem to have some kind of jealousy, and it always seems like we are in competition when we are not in competition. The battle is not us, family. We should not be battling each other. We should be coming together. We should be supporting each other. If we gave $1 to each other, we all could be rich. If you got a PayPal, if you have a PayPal, I do have a PayPal. I also do PayPal Peanut Nola 504. Okay, if you guys would like to support if you have PayPal. Got Cash App and PayPal. It's just the same thing. Peanut Nola 504. But I appreciate all of the support, even if you share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all share the videos, I'm thankful. Even if y'all hit the like buttons, okay? Even if y'all hit the like button, even if you ain't got $1, it don't matter, cause y'all do enough for me. Y'all don't realize y'all have always given love to me, and I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. I really do. I really do. I know I don't be here all the time. I'm always I be doing a lot of stuff on TikTok, but y'all don't know how much I appreciate you guys. Y'all don't realize how I appreciate all of the things that y'all have done for me over the courses of the years. Y'all really don't know how grateful I am to a lot of you guys. All of the support. Y'all could have unsubscribed to me, and y'all stay supporting me. And I got nothing but love for y'all. I got nothing but love for y'all. So y'all remember y'all come check me out on TikTok. Remember to follow my channels on TikTok. I got multiple channels on TikTok. Just follow Cheap Peanut Nola 504 or just Peanut Nola 504. Remember, I'm on TikTok as well, okay? And remember, if you guys would like to talk to me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram as well. Okay, and if you need anything like pictures or anything that you would want me to share to you guys, anything that y'all would want, I'll give it to you guys on Instagram, okay? You guys have a nice day.